All right, guys. We're episode 4 of the Browns Place, and I'm Jeremy,
I'm Ryan.
and we'll get right into it. Hopefully, you guys have hung with us so far and checked us out. So we'll get right into it. So NFL, let's do some picks. We got Jags and Saints.
Jags.
I'm also going to take Jags, and then we got Bucks and Falcons.
Bucks.
I'm going to take Falcons on that one. Browns or Raiders and Bears.
Raiders.
Taking Bears, although I shouldn't. Browns at Colts.
Browns.
Commanders at Giants.
Oh, Commanders.
Yeah, same thing on that one. Toilet bowl. Lions and Ravens.
Ooh, good game, Lions.
Yeah, same here. Bills Patriots.
Bills.
Cardinals Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Steelers Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, each time I pick the freaking Steelers, they screw me. But then when I don't pick them, they win.
They're not very good.
Chargers Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I also like the Chiefs on that one. Packers Broncos.
Ugh. Packers.
Yeah, I think so. Dolphins Eagles. Ooh,
Dolphins.
I was actually leaning that way too. And Niners Vikings.
Niners. Hopefully they play better.
Okay, we pretty much got the same picks.
All but one.
All
Two?
but one, two. Yeah,
Falcons and
Falcons,
Bears.
Bucks, and then Raiders and Bears. So right now, the standing is Ryan 55, Jeremy 43. So last week we went 8-7. So we keep picking similar picks. Not much to catch up. So somehow I gotta catch up somehow. So no undefeated teams?
No
That
more undefeated teams.
that kind of went away after
unfortunately.
Eagles and Niners both lost. So
Yeah.
I think you'd rather get it out of the way now instead of trying to go 16-0 or 17-0 and have
Yeah.
all that pressure. So
I mean, it was a dirty game.
yeah,
Bad weather. A lot of penalties. Just dirty defense kind of game.
yeah.
So get it out now.
Any surprises so far?
In the NFL?
Yeah.
I'm surprised how bad the Patriots are.
Are you more surprised at the Patriots or the Giants?
No, Giants I'm not really that surprised about. They did good last year, but I mean Daniel Jones didn't have high hopes.
Yeah.
But Bill Belichick Patriots, just weird seeing them be
Any other
bad.
team would Belichick be on the hot seat?
I mean, if he didn't have his track record, yeah, he would be, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, were you gonna fire Bill Belichick? No way.
Yeah, you're not gonna fire Bill.
So,
there's no way.
It's still Robert Kraft running the show, so he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, that would be like getting rid of Saban in Alabama. So
yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But it is weird seeing how bad they are.
Yeah, I mean, you figure it's always the system, right? I mean, no matter who you plug in the system is still the system.
Well, now we're seeing not so much.
Yeah, not so much. So not much surprising. So standings real quick. Dolphins 5-1, Ravens 4-2, Jaguars 4-2, and then Chiefs 5-1. It's probably about par on that. And then NFC, you got Eagles 5-1, Lions 5-1, Bucks 3-2, and 49ers 5-1. Lions, tough team.
Yeah, we saw that kind of coming last year, though. I mean, they were kind of flirting with it.
And they had some hard losses last year.
They did.
Too,
they had some tough losses last year.
They probably could have had a better season. So,
yeah.
So I mean, they're probably going to be running away with it here pretty soon.
To be this good though is a little shocking.
Yeah.
They haven't faced any real tough teams yet, though, have they?
No, not
Chiefs, I
so
guess,
far.
was the only
Yeah,
one first
yeah.
week,
Hmm,
and they won that
They,
one.
they
So
won, so.
I guess that's it.
But yeah. QB injuries. I mean, there's always a lot of injuries, and it's always about your depth. I mean, you got Daniel Jones out, Deshaun Watson out,
Anthony Richardson's
Anthony
out for the
Richardson's
season.
now out for the season.
Yeah.
Who else was out? Was Jimmy G out or he? No, he
Oh,
wasn't
I
out.
think didn't he leave? I think he left. I think he's getting checked for something, isn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah.
That's why I want to. That's why his name popped in my head because I thought something was going on with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just you're getting your second starter or your second string quarterbacks, and they better be ready to play. So
And they usually aren't.
no, so um, but yeah, that's any other QB injuries. I'm trying to think.
None new
Oh,
ones.
Bears Fields
Oh, Justin Fields.
dislocated finger, I guess, right finger.
Yeah, he's doubtful.
So yeah, doubtful. So maybe I shouldn't have picked them against the Raiders.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, a lot of QBs getting hurt. So I thought there was another one that got concussion on the East. Jets were fine, right? Bills were fine.
I mean, they're out without Aaron,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
they're fine. Bills are good. Dolphins are good.
So do you think Aaron Rodgers will be back this year?
I don't know. I mean, he's walking without like a boot or anything. He's got some ankle thing on, but
Yeah.
that's it. But he's throwing the ball around.
Dude, that's just crazy.
I know. He's not even really limping that
Tear
much
your
either.
Achilles and then
I
you're out there
know.
in 4 to 6 weeks. You're out
Yeah, he's
on the
ready to
field.
go. Now he's
So,
just ready to come save the Jets,
oh boy.
I guess. But
So does he get his job back even if Zach Wilson is playing good?
yeah, I think he gets his
All
job
right.
back, regardless. Regardless, I don't think he has to worry about that.
So Zach Wilson can play lights out.
Zach Wilson's not playing that good either.
But if he plays lights out, gets them to the playoffs, you're sitting him and putting Rodgers in automatically.
I think so. I would. You don't bet against Aaron Rodgers, I don't think.
If he runs the table, Jets run the
No.
table with Wilson.
Zach, you know how good Zach Wilson would have to play? He'd have
I'm
to
just
play
saying.
so good. He'd have to be like MVP in order to get that. If he wins MVP, then I'd say no. But he's not winning an MVP.
All right. So no matter what, you're saying Rodgers is QB1.
It'll always be Rodgers' team. They pay him too much money too.
All right, I was just saying.
40 mil or something like that? No, it's got to be
You
him.
get a guy who rallies the team and takes them to the promised land, and then all of a sudden you're ready to the
No,
prom,
because they're
and
still just
someone
barely.
else shows up.
They're really just kind of barely holding on just because they have such a great defense and they
That's
can run the
true,
ball pretty
yeah.
well.
So
It's not like he's winning them games.
yeah.
So no, I don't.
Okay. All right.
Buy that
Yeah, I
one.
mean, I don't see how they could not put Rodgers back in.
No, it's still Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Although, I mean, it's always iffy when a QB gets hurt because you don't know if you're going to get that job back. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I think only in that scenario would they be like, okay, Aaron, maybe take more time to recover.
Yeah, but if he fights back and says, "No, I'm ready to go. I want in."
All right, you're in. Get in there.
Oh man.
You got to do it.
Poor Wilson. What does that do to his self-esteem?
Nothing. He knows
You think
he knows the
knows
deal. Yeah, he
he's-
knows whose team it is.
All right. But
To be fair, he had 2 years before, or a year before, to prove himself. And did.
But what about the
poor job.
chemistry? You don't think there's some chemistry with Zach Wilson there, and that
No.
team kind of just bonding with him and saying he's our QB? And
No.
No.
Not to where it would affect Aaron Rodgers coming back. No.
All right. Gotta just throwing it out there. So, and then NCAA football. I mean, not a ton of news going on with that. You still got your top 10. You got Georgia won, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas, Oregon dropped down one, and then North Carolina is in the top 10 now, and they went up. So, so now nothing really. I mean,
Still Georgia's.
yeah, still Georgia. I mean what was it, the Oregon Washington game?
Yeah.
That
was a big game. Game of the week.
So, I think that's why Oregon only dropped one spot.
Yeah, I mean, they faced a 7.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
8 versus
did
7.
you see? It wasn't last week. The week before the Miami game, they had the ball, and all they had to do was just down it, and it would have ran out the game. They go to hand it off,
Oh, did he fumble?
and he fumbles it.
Oh God.
The other team gets it, and then they score its touchdown.
No, I did not see that.
And everyone is just saying, oh, just down it, and then they're running a play.
Oh,
I mean, some
that's
of the play
poor.
call, like even in the NFL, I mean, some of the play calling, on Sunday, it's just like when you're short 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, but then you chuck the ball 30 yards. It's just, I don't get some of the play calling. Or if you're running it right up the middle and you could have ran it to the outside or done a bootleg or something. I mean, it's just.
On the Miami one, that's bad.
Yeah, that's just.
If all you have to do is take a knee
I don't know what's worse.
to win the ball game. That's bad. I did not see that.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't.
It was
see
like
that.
2 weeks ago, and it was it was on the news and everything, and I didn't see it live. I just saw it, and then I read about it, and then I saw the highlights, and I was like, oh my god, how did that
That's
just
bad.
happen?
How do you do that?
Yeah.
How does anybody on that team not know better?
I mean, if you're the quarterback, what do you? I mean,
You got to say, Coach, no, we got to
Yeah.
take a knee.
the wide receiver comes running into the huddle, saying, hand off to your running back.
Say no.
I think you have full.
And then if you're the running back, you have one job. Just hold on to that ball. Protect it with your life.
And that's what they're going for, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it was just, and it was a fumble. It was a clear fumble. It was bad, and they ended up losing the game because of that.
Good. They should have lost.
I mean, that's just, yeah.
What were they going for? Were they trying to run up the stats or something?
No, I don't know what they were doing. All they had to do was down it. I don't think the other team even had any timeouts. And I think it was like a minute and a half left or something like that, or a minute. All they had to do was down it, and pretty much game would have been over.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You got to check it out because I mean,
it's the worst thing I've ever heard.
It was pretty bad. I mean, it was just, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator or the head coach, but somebody
needs to be fired.
Someone needs to be fired, and then, I mean, I know that you're a college kid, but still.
You gotta
make some better decisions because you make some dumb decisions in college. On the field, you gotta make some better decisions.
Whoever your leader is on that team has to know better.
I mean, someone's just got to step up and say, "No, I'm not handing the ball off. I'm not
just overrule it."
Jump on the quarterback and just get them down and let the time run out.
Yeah, see what happens in there.
I mentioned this to you the other day. Did you see that Utah gave all their scholarship kids brand new Dodge trucks?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Walk-ons get nothing except for a ride, hopefully, from the scholarship guys. But
not good enough.
Maybe instead of new trucks for the scholarship guys, maybe give the walk-ons a scholarship. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's the whole boosters and the NIL and all that, and I get football is a big revenue and all that, but I mean, you got walk-ons that are paying money.
Yeah, you could give them a job.
You probably could give them a little something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then I guess something. I mean, it was from the boosters and everything. So I mean, it was all legit now. But poor Reggie Bush.
Yeah. Well, that's just.
I mean,
that whole thing is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now I mean, but for it to evolve from that to this, to where you're getting trucks, you're getting cash, it's pretty much anything goes, right?
You pretty much get whatever you want.
Yeah. So but Reggie Bush, no Heisman.
No Heisman. Took away his
biggest
Heisman honor.
And pretty much no USC involvement at all, right?
No, I think he got wiped, right?
Yeah, I think he's banned, right?
Yeah, they banned him.
Yeah. So I mean, poor.
Which is crazy.
I mean, I don't know what he's got to be. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day,
he's playing golf.
He's playing golf.
He's a pretty good golfer, but
at the end of the day, we all know what he was in college, how great he was.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, and I get, the rules were the rules and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
still, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's just.
I didn't like it at the time when they banned him.
No, and it was. I mean, it's always happened, right?
Yeah. Everyone's taking money or taking something
money
from
somewhere. Or someone got a vehicle, or someone got a house, or there was always something that, came up.
Yeah, all these
So,
star players have always gotten. You telling Dion never got anything?
no, I
Yeah,
mean, come
no,
on.
everyone got
Yeah.
something.
Whether it be money left in a envelope in your locker or something, or a couple $100 cash or something. But yeah, come on. I mean, enough's enough on that. So
Yeah, that's bad.
just embrace them back in, give them the Heisman, tell them that you're sorry, and then let's try to.
Well, did they give it to someone else? Did they give it to Vince Young?
Did they give it to Vince Young on that
I
one?
don't know if they actually officially gave it to Vince Young, or
Yeah,
if they just took it
I
away.
don't know. I think they just took it away. I thought so,
Interesting.
but yeah,
Still horrible.
poor Reggie.
Still horrible.
I would like to see what I mean. If anyone knows Reggie and see what kind of comment that he is thinking about it now with the whole NIL deal and all that. I would like to
I
hear
haven't heard
from him and
anything
say,
about it
hey,
from him.
this sucks ass, or what the hell, or
Yeah.
good for them, or I don't know. So
I haven't heard anything
yeah, I mean,
from
other
him.
other than
regards to
seeing
it.
him golfing and that, I mean, that's about it.
That's all we
So
see from him.
maybe he's just trying to stay out of it, and he knows who he is and he knows what he did, and he's good with it. But I don't know. I'd want my Heisman.
I would want my Heisman
Yeah,
too, my recognition.
yeah.
But
So WNBA game 4 just wrapped up. Vegas back to back. They beat Liberty 3-1. They had a wide open shot too. Liberty did in the corner, and that would have won it because they were only down one. So I mean, but she threw up an air ball and that ended the game. So, but
good for them.
so WNBA,
Back to back.
yeah, back to back
Stuff.
aces, and that's with Candace Parker out, and there was someone else that was out too. But
Is Candace Parker on the Aces?
yeah, yeah.
Jeez, that team's loaded.
Oh yeah. I mean, they got Asia Wilson. She averaged double in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
she was a dog.
She got MVP.
Kelsey Plum's on there still.
Yeah, no, they got some players on there. So, good for them. So
So is Liberty though.
yeah, I mean, Liberty's stacked too. I mean,
Shouldn't have lost like that.
Stewie and Inesco, and yeah, no, they got some players. So, yeah, I thought maybe it might go game 5, but and it was tight, especially with like 2 minutes left. Aces were up actually by 6 with like 2 minutes left. So, but Liberty got it back and scored a couple buckets. But yeah, it was a close game. So
Yeah, good for them.
good for them.
Back to back.
Did you
Pretty cool.
see? Now you got football going on. You got NFL football going on. You got NCAA football going on, and now you kind of start the pre of the um, NCAA basketball is coming out here pretty
Oh
soon.
yeah. Okay.
Because who was number one? Number
Kansas.
one was Kansas was rated number 1.
Yeah.
And then the women's. Did you see Iowa played DePaul at Iowa's football stadium?
Oh yeah, and Caitlin Clark dropped a triple double.
Yeah, triple double with like 34 points, 10 assists, and 11 rebounds.
There's 55,000 people there.
55,000 fans, the largest record for women's basketball.
That's pretty
by
cool.
double.
Yeah.
Record before was like 29,000. So
Yeah.
55,000 fans for a preseason basketball game.
Yeah. Pretty
That's
cool.
just crazy. And
See Caitlin too.
yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool what they did. I mean, the way they set it up, it was pretty cool. So
Yeah, it looked weird though because it was just a portion of the field because it's just a basketball court, so it's not nearly as big as a football field. But
yeah, so I
just
mean,
had
they
that
had
one
it towards
corner,
one end instead
and then
of
it just had that one like
I don't know how
I
else
don't know
you
that
try
half
to.
I guess of the
Yeah.
football field.
But I
So
mean, I think they said it was like a 60,000 people stadium. So I mean, you have 55,000.
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good for women's basketball.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I did see that though.
yeah, Iowa, you can't even for the women's, you can't even get tickets now for this season.
Oh, they sold out?
Oh yeah, they sold out quick.
Makes sense for Iowa though. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have anything else besides their college teams.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you doing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got minor league baseball, but that's already done with. So I mean,
yeah, and that's not going to nearly draw the same
so,
kind of
yeah.
attention.
But yeah, no good for Iowa, Caitlin Clark, and yeah, just that's good to see that many people come out to, you know.
Yeah, well,
to
how
root
big
for-
is their? I'm sure their arena probably doesn't hold nearly.
The arena's
55,000.
15,000 people.
15, yeah.
15,000 people, and
So
that
4
thing
times that.
was booked, I guess, like in the first. I want to say I saw something like the first hour. Season tickets were gone.
Jeez.
Yeah. So if you plan on trying to see Caitlin Clark, you better do it on the road, maybe, or you're gonna pay.
So do their families and stuff get tickets? Are they good? Are they clear, or what's
I think
what's
they
that
still,
deal?
yeah, I think they
So
can
they're still
still,
okay.
yeah, they're okay. But I mean, for like season tickets or general public,
You don't get any.
yeah, I mean, unless if you're
Buying the
paying,
resale.
exactly, yeah, scalpers or something. But yeah, good for them. So, um, golf. We'll stick with the kind of the women's thing. We had the Shriners down
Yeah.
in Vegas this last weekend, and
TPC Summer League.
then
Yep.
big news on that was Lexi Thompson
Yep.
playing.
Tour debut.
Yep. What do you think of that?
I thought it was cool. She played well.
She did play
She
well.
didn't play well the first round.
Right. She shot a 73, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
she left too
Yeah.
many out there.
Yeah.
Second round though, she played really well.
Yeah. 60.
Gave herself a chance.
69.
69. Yeah.
69. Yeah.
Probably should have made that cut.
Well, cut was -3.
And she finished what, -1?
Yeah. Yeah. Or no, I think she ended up
Finished
even.
even. Finished even. Yeah, she
Yeah.
missed some bad
She
shots.
missed.
At the
Well,
end there.
on the back 9, the 2 par 3s, she bogeyed.
Yeah.
And then coming down to 18, she needed to chip that one in.
Yeah.
And didn't get it.
And
in,
she didn't
so,
make the
yeah.
putt either.
Yeah. So it was the two par 3s that killed her on Saturday or Friday. So, but good for her. She represented and she averaged 300 yards off the tee.
Yeah, she crushed it.
So it's not like
and
she was playing from the same tips. So it wasn't like they gave her an advantage.
No, she crushed it.
So yeah, she definitely represented the women well, I thought.
Yeah, she's a baller.
I
think she'll play again.
I would, and I don't mind. I think it depends on. How do I say this carefully? It depends on who it is, I guess, but how far they can hit it. Because I think some of those women, if you're only hitting it 250, 275, that's going to be a long second shot in.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how well you can hit your approach.
I think
how good your ball striking.
Yeah, those longer drivers, like a Charlie Hall or like a Brooke Henderson, or I think you probably gotta be averaging close to 300 off the tee, I would say, to be somewhat successful.
Or you just got to be a great ball striker, really great ball striker, probably.
But I mean, she beat 44 other guys.
Yeah, she's a stud.
So it wasn't like she was
like
dead
golf
dog last.
Golf is one of those sports where anybody can have a day.
Yeah, you could beat Tiger for one hole, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could get a par.
Yeah, he might par.
I could get a bogey. Maybe he hits one in the water.
Exactly. So, I mean, the overall score he might not beat him, but maybe one hole.
No, I don't think I come within 10 shots of him, but.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't mind it. The only thing, like, did she take a spot from someone else that was trying to get in?
No, I don't think.
And then, do you want to see more than one woman in playing? And then, do you want to start seeing more crossover? Like, does this open up like guys going to the LPGA side tournament and trying to play with those?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand all the politics of it. It would be different if a guy went over to the girls anyways because they play from different tees.
Yeah.
So I think when you have to move up in tees, that would be way different than if you're moving back in tees.
So if you're a guy on the PGA Tour, and say if you do play in an LPGA event and you move up,
I don't think they're even allowed. Are they even able to?
I don't know, but I think expectations would be that you better win that thing, right? But then again, who scores better?
Yeah, it's all about who shoots.
Yeah. So if the guy, Cameron Champ, bombs at 350 yards, but then his second shot doesn't hit the green,
it's all about who gets the ball in the hole.
So yeah, but yeah, no, I'm all for like I said, as long as they represent and they play well, I'm glad that she did play well. I think it would have been bad if she didn't play well. So
I don't think it would have mattered
if she would have shot 80-80 on Thursday, Friday, and came in dead last.
She would have got more criticism, I think, from people, but I wouldn't have viewed it differently. It would have
Okay.
She still missed the cut at the end of the day, so she didn't play that well.
Cut line's a cut line, right? So
regardless, you still missed the cut.
So then you got so we were talking about the NCAA. You got football, basketball starting for both women, and then you got NHL that started last week.
Yeah.
So they're going, and then you got NBA starting next week.
Yep.
So I mean, what is that, like 6, 8 sports going on right now?
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of sports going on right now.
A lot of sports going on right now.
NBA or MLB playoffs right now.
That's the big thing.
That's the big one. Last time we talked, did they start when we talked 2 weeks ago, or were they just starting? I don't remember.
I think they're just started.
Yeah, I think they had just started. But Dodgers,
Good.
Braves,
Yeah, that was surprising. I didn't think they'd get
Orioles,
knocked out like that. I wasn't too surprised by that.
No?
You know? No, the youth is
100-win team,
Youth will kill you though in these times. Youth will kill you.
Tampa Bay.
That was surprising.
And the way they played was surprising.
Yeah,
but,
how poorly they played. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's 4 teams. 3 teams have got what, 90 wins?
4 teams got 90.
No, because Arizona's only had 84.
Oh, the teams that are left.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona's got 84 wins. So so you got Phillies up 2-0 heading to Arizona.
Explosive too.
So I mean, they look
explosive.
They're
good. Scary.
Their pitching looks pretty dominant. Their hitting looks pretty dominant right now. So yeah, Phillies are on a roll. So we'll see how they do back in the desert. So and then on the AL side, you got Rangers and Astros. So the Battle of Texas. So Rangers up 2-0. They get game on tonight.
Astros are winning right now.
Astros are winning right now.
Yeah.
I think it was like 7.
They haven't already won. It was 8-4 or something.
8-4 now.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be 2-1 Rangers. Any surprise on that, or were you surprised that Rangers went into Houston and took 2?
Yeah, I was. I'm surprised how well the Rangers have performed.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't be, because Bruce Bochy, that's a very talented team. They got stars everywhere on that team. So shouldn't really be surprised by that. But
so final game on that 8-5. So 2-1.
Oh, there you go.
So 2-1 Rangers lead. So yeah, I was surprised that they didn't. I mean, Rangers did what they wanted to do, go in and win 2,
and more. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you as a visiting team, you just want to win 1, right?
Yeah, you just want to take 1.
Yeah.
Steal home.
So, but they
really
now
won that thing.
Now Astros are kind of will win tonight, so that helps them. But yeah, so
and Scherzer too. So that was big. It was a good little steal.
I mean, Scherzer only lasted 4 innings on it, so
just came back though.
Yeah. So I think that might. You see that going 7?
No, I don't think so.
You think Rangers or Astros?
I think Rangers and probably 6.
Rangers, and then Phils and D-backs.
I think Phillies win that in 5.
So you're thinking Phillies and Rangers for the World Series?
I do.
It's a little different.
I like it. I'm for it.
It's different, right?
If my teams aren't in it, I'd like to see a different type of World Series.
Well,
not teams, but team.
I mean, other than Astros, I get. Well, Phillies were in it last year, right?
Yeah, but
Astros
won it, and Astros are always in it.
Yeah, they're just always in it. So I mean, but
I mean, it's great for them, but I get sick. How many times do I have to see Jose Altuve and Dusty in there? I mean, and Verlander. It's like I see them every October.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Rangers and Phillies or Rangers and D-backs.
I don't know. I mean, I
love one of them.
I love Bruce, obviously.
I think Rangers and Phillies might be a better series than Rangers and D-backs.
No, I think as long as the D-backs don't get in, it'll be a much more competitive series regardless.
Even if it's Phillies, Astros,
I think if
Phillies,
the D-backs
Rangers.
get in, I think that could get ugly.
Yeah, because I mean, D-backs, they had their first 2 go in
and got blown away.
And they got, Gallen and Merrill Kelly.
Quick too.
Yeah.
They quickly got. Well, Merrill Kelly didn't pitch that bad. He only gave up 3 homers.
But I mean, Philly just hit some homers though.
But I mean, that's what that lineup's designed to do. Is just hit home runs, and it's working.
So. It usually doesn't work in the playoffs, though. Usually, it's always pitching kind of dominates.
No, but their pitching's also.
Yeah,
their
Wheeler and Nola's been.
Yeah, their 1-2 is deadly.
Yeah.
So, and their bullpen's super underrated. Oh. Everyone doubted that bullpen, but they look good. So.
And then you got Ranger Suarez for Game 3.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they even announced
Game 4.
Game 3 for the Diamondbacks.
It's the
Oh, it was the kid that
Brant
pitched.
or Belt or
Yeah, so the kid who
something like
pitched
that.
against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I would think that the Phillies would have to be favored in that one because it's not like Ranger
Yeah.
Suarez is just chump change.
No, he's pretty good
It's pretty
little
good. So,
pretty good little Mil Roto guy that you can throw out there.
but Phillies in the bank there, that place is
That
just
place is explosive. Yeah,
oh
that place is
good
crazy.
God.
So
So
loud.
that is loud.
That
So
would be terrifying if I was an opposing team to play there.
I don't even know how you prepare for. I mean, with
I
the
don't think you can. I think it takes you out of the game.
how do you even with their radio thing
Pitch
or
com and
the pitch
everything.
com? I mean, how you even hearing that when
No, I think it
covering
totally.
your ears
I
and all
think it
that?
takes you out of
So
the game and
oh yeah,
mentally and everything.
and I think that's just a huge benefit. I mean, for that home team, especially for the Phillies, because they are definitely um, how do you call it, you know
The home
a
team.
home team. They need that
Yeah,
you know
home team advantage kind of
that
play
advantage. Yeah,
kind of team.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You get the Bryce Harper and the you
they
know
thrive there.
oh yeah, yeah,
Totally thrive
yeah.
there. They're built for
So,
that place.
but
And then
yeah,
when you're the D backs and you're giving up a 10-piece too.
oh, that's just
So that place is roaring and you're getting humiliated. You just
yeah.
want the game to be
You just
done.
want that thing to be done and over with,
So
and
that's just
get on the bus. And
they got to bounce back hard in game 3. Go back home, try to ride
I
that.
think they got to win both. They got to win 3 and 4.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mandatory
You
win.
got to win 3 and 4.
Because is it 2-3-2 or is it 2-2-1-1-1?
I think it's 2-3-2.
2-3-2? I think it's 2-3-2
Yeah, I
also.
think it's 2-3-2.
So
Yeah, I think, but I mean, they almost have to win all 3 of those back at home
yeah, because if you go back to the bank,
for 2 games.
you
I mean,
can't be
there's
down
yeah,
in that series.
but I mean, well, do you? What's your thoughts on? Would you have pitched if you were the D-backs? Would you have pitched your 1 and 2 versus their 1 and 2?
Yeah, yeah. Because if you're the D-backs, you're looking at their 1 and 2 and looking at your 1 and 2 and probably thinking that we compare pretty well. I mean, you're 1-1, Gallen and Wheeler. Gallen was better than Wheeler this year.
Yeah,
And then you're 2. I mean, Merrill Kelly had a better year than Nola, but Nola's probably a better pitcher than Merrill
but Nola
Kelly.
struggled last year in the playoffs. So
And Nola struggled last year. So you're thinking, throw my best versus their best, and let's see if we can steal one at the
the only
bank.
reason why I ask is I wonder if there is a train of thought on, if, and I don't think as an athlete you would say you're, defeating yourself, but if their 1 and 2 is that good, you go with your 1 and 2 for game 3 and 4.
No, I don't think so because you want your best against their best too. Because otherwise, if they went down 0-2, not pitching your best, if you went down 0-2, not playing your best, and then you go into Arizona and you lose one of those games 1-0 or something like that, then you're like,
Yeah.
we wasted 2 games and could have had a chance at stealing one at the bank if we had just pitched our star there. I think you bank on your best player. You got to bank on your best players.
Okay. I don't know. I just I thought about it and I was like, they're back home. Do you want your 1 and 2 back home to where you have a pretty good feeling, or now you're got your young kid in there pitching and you're down 2-0?
No, I think you just need your best versus their best.
Okay.
Get your best player the ball. It's like with the Giants. That Giants game on Sunday, football game, when they were at the goal line, could have won the game, and they didn't get that ball to Saquon.
Oh,
You got to get your best player the ball.
that team is just bad.
Team is bad.
Again, play calling. But anyways,
Yeah.
all right. There was some awards given out this week for Gold Glove. We'll get into that next
The
time though.
finalists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that when all the awards come out with MVPs and Gold Gloves and all that kind of stuff, Silver
Cy
Sluggers and
Youngs.
that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, Hollywood news been pretty quiet. Other
Got
than I
nothing.
saw something about like Scott Disick gaining a bunch of weight and Chloe kind of stepping in, and I mean, other than that, there's
But they're always in the news.
yeah. I mean, I think he secretly loves Chloe, and if you've ever watched them, they've always been kind of flirty. But I don't
I have no idea.
know.
They
I,
got to do
I
something
know
to be
you're.
in the news,
I
though.
know you're not
I'm
keeping
sure.
up with the Kardashians.
No, I'm not keeping up with the Kardashians too much, but they got to stay in the news somehow.
You still got the Kelcy and Swiftie going on,
Still going.
so that's
Kind of
going.
starting to die down a little bit. I don't know if she was at the game or anything.
She was there. Yeah,
She was
she
there.
was there.
I feel like I'm getting less and less content of T Swizz at these games and a little more focus on the actual game,
And which is good.
which is exactly what I wanted. Yeah,
because it's football season, not
yeah.
T
It's not Taylor
Swiftie
Swift.
season.
She doesn't need more
Although it's
attention.
every
She just
season for
yeah. She
every.
just had the biggest
Yeah,
concert tour of all time. I don't think she needs more attention.
I mean, good for her, but
But
yeah,
Travis is also doing it too.
yeah. I mean,
He knows what he's doing, bringing her into the box.
good for him. He didn't have a great game though. That was it wasn't last week. It was the week before, I think, where he only had like 5.
Last week, because he left, didn't he, for a sec, because he got hurt,
Was
just
that
his
what it
ankle,
was?
and then he came back later, and they still won that game against
Yeah.
Vikings. But then last week, I think he tore them to shreds.
Yeah,
He tore the
yeah.
team to shreds because he had like 100-something yards.
Yeah, you see him on commercials and see him on TV all the time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he's doing all right.
he's doing.
They're
all
both doing all right.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, other than that, not much Hollywood news going
No.
on.
I think the actors are still on strike, but
Yeah,
that's
actors are still on strike. I see some, advertisements for like the late shows that are, all new or whatever. But usually I'm in bed by then. So, but
it.
yeah,
I mean, we're not late show people.
hopefully we'll. Yeah, I mean, I like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I mean, I like
But
most of them, but
yeah,
it's not late show people. We don't really ever watch their shows.
but yeah, hopefully we'll get some Hollywood stuff because I'd really like to deep dive into some of that stuff
Some
and
gossip, get some drama
and
out there.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, they're always good for drama. It's never good when there's no drama in Hollywood.
I know.
Kind of weird. So, um, that's about it. You got anything else to close us out?
No, I think we're all good.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think that's it. Again, guys, it's probably a little shorter. I don't know where we're at on time, but um, we always kind of worry about do we have enough stuff? Are we going over too much stuff? So we just kind of have a conversation about whatever, right? So
Yeah.
whatever
Just
it
talk
leads us,
until we
it leads
can't
us.
stop talking.
So
Stop
um,
talking, yeah.
so yeah, hopefully again, guys, hopefully you guys stick with us. We get better on the editing, better on the content. Again, this was episode 4. Um, and I think we've got everything ironed out, so we should be on. I haven't checked Apple since we posted last time if we're on there or not. There's a little delay for them. It says that it's listed, but we'll see. I'll check on that when I post this one out. But you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, pretty much all the other podcast channels out
All
there.
platforms.
So, but yeah, um, and YouTube we changed our channel a little on that one, right?
Yeah, the podcast channel. It's
Yeah.
on
So
Brown's Place Podcast.
yeah. So at the Browns Place podcast.
Yep.
So
On YouTube.
so dedicated channel just for the podcast. So
Absolutely.
but you can still go on to T Flip Golf and check me out. I've got some merch coming out. If you can see the shirt, got hats and sweatshirts. So hopefully, I'll be posting that stuff up. But yeah, so like and subscribe, and that's all I got.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.